good. ประคองศรี okay. Right, because today the program today should be in Thai and tomorrow should be English, but because tomorrow I had a program to go to Wimbledon and stay in Wimbledon for 2 days, so I won't be able to join the program as usual. So today it may be a good idea that we will talk in monk chat, and then we conclude everything for 2 languages from instead today Thai and tomorrow English, so only English today, and then there is no program tomorrow. It's okay with that?
You're the boss.
All right, okay. คุณอารีเสนา good evening คุณประคองศรี good evening. Yeah, it's very good. Right, okay. Well, today we have very sad news about the monk who passed away, Venerable Thinathan, yeah? One of the very senior monk in Buddhist society, in Buddhist area.
Isn't he the one that was credited with introducing meditation into the West?
Yet one of them, yes, he's a Zen Buddhism, and he's very good, and then he from Vietnam, and then he practiced we call Zen Buddhism, and his style of teaching different, and then it's very good different style of the teaching. I like it because Zen, yeah? Because Zen, Mahayana, we have Theravada, we have Vajrayana. So Venerable Thinathan, well known in the West as one of the master of meditation. Anyhow, that is for today. So what we would like to talk today, I think it might be a good idea to get a question. Anybody have a question there? คุณนิด Woodley, nobody have a question. No one say a word. No one say anything about. Yeah. Last time what we talked about well-being. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time well-being, and it's very good that we talk our the value of life. Yeah. And then this time I think it may be good to talk about the Dhamma of the people who are like what you call if you say, well, if you talk about anything to make things better for the people, especially we talk about Brahma Vihara. Yeah, if we talk about Brahma Vihara, it's very, very good. Yeah? Yeah. Brahma Vihara. What is Brahma Vihara mean? If you Brahma Vihara is the Dhamma that adult, yeah, the people can practice. You are mature people, and then the Buddha teachings, yeah, we have very big impact on this area. We call Brahma Vihara. Brahma Vihara, what is the English word mean? For what?
What, immeasurables?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another word for infinite mind. Another one is we call in the Pali language we have Chinese, we have the Pali, we have the so this Brahma Vihara, sublime attitude, isn't it? Yeah.
A sublime.
Sublime.
Yeah.
So how a sublime attitude? How we do a sublime attitude?
The sublime. It's sort of the sort of the epitome, the top top type of attitude to have. This is in social circles. This is in society.
Right.
The individual, the person in society.
Right.
Should have these qualities.
Okay.
You should practice these qualities. Yeah. Yeah.
The first one is we call metta. You know, yeah. The metta.
Loving kindness.
What is metta mean?
Loving kindness.
Apart from loving kindness, what is called?
Benevolence.
Oh, yes. Benevolence. How what does mean benevolence? It's really, can you explain that for me, please? Because it's a very, very strange English.
Well,
In the Pali, we call metta and maitri, like the friendship.
Maitri,
Yeah, metta and maitri,
yeah.
friendship.
Yeah.
So that is. Can you explain
But
loving kindness to me?
it's treating someone else
Mm-hmm.
like you would like to be treated,
Okay.
with kindness.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it really boils down to. And the Buddha said that,
Okay.
didn't he?
Right. Wow, that is very good. I like to see somebody comment. Okay. Prani Supatira, good evening. Yeah? And also Prakongsi. She say hello to you.
Hello, everyone.
And Noi Taylor also say hello to you as well.
Noi, yes.
Yeah. Noi Taylor, not Noi in Plymouth. Noi Taylor. Noi Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. She come from Luton. So you see, most of the people who are here today, they are our team.
Yes.
I like the Facebook fan of Chanting, the group. They like to chant every day. I say all of them chant every day now. Yeah. How you feel about the chanting? When you join the chanting, how you feel? You feel
It's perfectly good as long as you don't give me a word which is too complicated for my tongue. Then it's not so good.
Anyhow.
And I'm likely to mention it at the moment.
Well, your first one, you talk about loving kindness.
Yeah.
And loving kindness. So can you show what exactly loving kindness in your meaning? Yeah.
Well, it is treating other people
Yeah.
in the way that you want to be treated. I mean, people want to be treated kindly. People want to be loved. People want to be all of those sorts of things that go round that. They want to feel good in the company of other people. They don't want to be criticized and put down all the time. I mean, it's, loving kindness is actually showing other people that you consider them the same as you consider yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, according to the Buddha Metta Sutta, yeah,
Right.
cultivation of the four immeasurables.
Immeasurables. Yeah. I can say English words. Okay.
Has the power, yeah, to cause the practitioner, yeah. Practitioner is a person who practices Dhamma to be reborn in a Brahma realm.
Yes.
Yeah, because if you practice well in loving kindness,
Yeah.
you go be above heaven.
You definitely put yourself in a
Very
position
high,
where you can be considered to be a good Buddhist.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
That is
quite
very
right.
good.
That
Yeah.
is very difficult. Very difficult, but
yeah. And then Kunit like to say, met loving kindness. You treat people the way you want to treat them. Yeah.
Yes.
They treat you.
Want them to treat you.
That's right.
Yes,
very good.
That's right.
As
I said, quite difficult, especially if that person happens to be an enemy. But if you can overcome it, from what I can gather, you're a lot better off.
Wow, that is very good. Yeah, that loving kindness is very metta. We call metta.
Yes.
And then and I know that how can Thai people or you can show the attitude of loving kindness or metta. If you see European people, if Thai people would like to explain loving kindness or metta to European, apart from treat the other person, treat what you expect
apart from you
that.
can only do this, by example.
Really?
By showing your loving kindness to other people. You can only do it by showing it, and then people respond. Right. I mean, if you're always being nasty to people,
yes, I will nasty to you.
Then I'll be nasty back.
Yeah.
It happens. I mean, I have to make decisions sometimes which other people don't like.
How?
And often I'm not going to go into it, but I do. I have to make decisions that people don't like. I'll tell you what. I had to go to Poland,
right,
and sack about 12 or 13 people.
Oh dear.
Why
you have to do that?
Well, because it was either them or close the business.
I see.
You've got the greater good in other words.
So your son is there. Yeah?
Yes.
Why don't your son do it? Because
he doesn't like it. He's too soft.
So he asked you to.
So I have to go. I'm well known over there in the company.
Yes.
it's the thing that I have to do. Now, I immediately get people being very resentful towards me. Well, they didn't give
Why
me.
they run they walk away from you or not?
Well, they didn't walk away, but they weren't happy about it.
I
But what they
see.
didn't give me chance to say
Yes.
before they jumped down my throat and were very unpleasant was that I'd got other outlets for them, other ways of earning a living. And I'd spent weeks trying to find
So you
ways of
kind to them in some way,
re-employing.
yeah?
Yeah,
I
I
see.
spent weeks trying to find ways of employing them in different areas.
Okay.
But I wasn't given the chance for that either. Ruh, gruh.
Well, you know, you
Having
you said even Kun Nit say you treat people the way you want them to treat you,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then and after that she also say, but sometimes, yeah, even you good to them, but they not appreciate. True,
Oh, that
it's
happens
not
all the time.
true, yeah.
Yes, all the time, all the time. You know,
Why that?
well, I think it's to do with the culture in which we grow up, with the need for money all the time, the need for
Right,
it's greed. I mean, we all need to be able to earn a good living, but people go beyond that, and they're
right.
taught. It isn't. I'll say this more times than not today. It's
No,
not the fault of the individual. It's not the fault of the person,
right,
because from the moment that they're put into the outside world, into the social world, these things are driven into you like a nail driven into your head.
I
You
see.
have to achieve, and you have to get more of whatever you're going for. It's always more and more.
Right.
So you can't sort of say that person is a bad person.
No,
Um, it doesn't matter how much they try and fight for stuff. They're not bad deep down inside. I mean, they're not bad to their family, maybe, or they're not just dirty, bad, evil people. They're not.
no.
They've been taught to be like that,
Mm,
to achieve, to be the best. They've been taught to be from the day that they go out in society. So it's not their fault, and I'm not going to blame people for
no.
this thing,
Yes.
because basically, I mean, I've been there, done that, fought everybody. But the reason I liked the Buddha's Dhamma when I first read it was because actually, on top of being sort of hard and harsh on one surface, the fact is that I've always been um, gentle with the people at the end of the day, always. And then it shows that when you start reading. Some of the first things you need to learn about
Right.
are metta, loving
Right.
kindness.
Well, in we call it Brahma Vihara Dhamma, the
Yeah.
Dhamma of the. This is like you are the parent, you are the leader. You have to have the Dhamma, because if the loving kindness, the metta, is your wish, uh, the other person be happy, yeah, and wish them to be happy, and then happy in both body and mind,
Yeah.
yeah, because you wish them to happy because they are for their healthy, they're wealthy, and also to spend their money whatever they will in the right time, and wish them not to have so much of the trouble of their debt or anything that they are working in
But
their daily life.
you're
If
not taught that.
no that no,
I
no,
mean,
that is the wish for.
I
So
know,
that we call loving kindness, isn't it? So this
yes,
loving
yes.
kindness, it help the people.
But you're taught the opposite from school onwards.
I see. I
I mean,
see.
that's what I'm trying to say. This little person who's growing up is taught to be competitive, is
Okay.
taught to win against all the odds, is taught that your best friend is actually your competitor, your enemy.
Right.
You're
Well,
taught to beat them all the
well,
time.
can you read what the comment from Kun Ari Sena? Kun Ari Sena is in London.
Somehow loving kindness is different in different places depending on how you're belonging or accounting for in family, group, people, and race. That is correct. It's because you're living in society, and as you move from one group to another,
Right.
your attitude changes. Because out in the wild world, at work or at school, you are you're taught to be competitive. You are taught that to get the most, to always be the best, and it's encouraged by teaching staff. They actually teach you to compete against each other.
I see.
which starts this whole thing. But in your family, you already know that you haven't got to compete against them. Siblings grow up and they very often compete against each other later on in life.
Okay.
So that why? Because they were brought up like it? No, because they were taught
Okay.
at school and later you've got to compete against each other. I'm the best.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not the individual's fault, and it will change. It changes from each group that you're in.
Right.
Depends how comfortable you are in a group. If there's no competition in a group, look at the Sangha.
Yes.
Do we do anything but show loving kindness towards each other? No. We always
Kind to each other.
Always,
Yes.
always. When there's a difference of opinion, it's done
In different
kindly
way.
and pleasantly.
Yes. We never shout at them and
No.
look down on them or argue with that. Because
Well, every few weeks we ask for forgiveness of each
yes,
other.
yes, that's very good.
Properly,
Very good. Okay.
formally ask
Right.
for forgiveness.
Well,
What do you call
that's
that?
very good. We call the confession.
Well,
Patimoksha.
that Patimoksha. That's what I was looking for.
So
Confession I can remember, but
yeah.
So every few weeks we do that
Yes.
towards each other. Everyone
Yes.
says sorry to everyone else for anything they might have done.
Okay. And also show what you have done wrong.
Just bring it out into the open.
Yeah.
So we sort out all difficulties
Yes.
easily.
Well, we got some two ladies here to say, คุณก้อย rapper, and then คำใหม่ shower, and then say hello to Panyavajiro and เจ้าคุณ
Hello.
and David Gill here as well. Thank you. So we got the friend. If you have a question to ask, please do so. So we were
loving kindness.
We talk about loving kindness, metta.
Yeah.
And next one, I would think about I this question from our friend. They said, "What is Karuna? What is Karuna? Karuna. What is
compassion?
Yes, compassion. Can you tell me what exactly compassion in your understanding? What a compassion is mean? Yeah, because
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example.
At least you know understand the compassion, because in the compassion it's Karuna in Buddhism. We have in Hinduism, we have Buddhism, Sikhism, and Jainism. The word Karuna.
Yeah.
This is very
Jains.
Yes, as well.
I had a Jain
So
family
it translates as a compassion or mercy.
Yeah.
And sometimes as a self-compassion or spiritual longing.
Spiritual longing.
Yeah, it is a side from
that's towards yourself.
Significant of spiritual concept.
Yeah.
In the Indian religions.
Yeah.
So the Indian religion become Indic religion, because any kind of religion come from India. Buddhism, Hinduism, Sikhism, and Jainism.
Yeah.
They have the word the same. It's Karuna, isn't it?
Yes.
So can you explain what exactly Karuna in your opinion? Well, if you don't,
I can give you an example.
Okay.
I've got lots of those things.
Well, at least you show your understanding about Buddhism to the people here as well. I not try to test you, but I like to.
Right.
Yeah, you know, you're mature, you understand, you are over 70.
Just a little.
Only 1 year below 80. Only 1 year below, because it's Karuna. It's you wish someone to overcome the suffering. Yeah, anything to come to you and make you feel very uneasy, very uncomfortable for many areas from direction. For example, the normal life that you are is changing from normal, maybe physical concern, like you are getting old, and also suffering, and even dead, and the people, they feel sorry, and then this kind you have to show your compassion to them. Yeah, and sometimes they suffer in their first on physical, second in their heart. When they have the very difficult to deal with their life, they have to we have to help them, because we wish that person, sometimes they not succeed in their life, they not, when they wish something, they not succeed, they not fulfill, they suffer. So we have to help that person to overcome this kind of the suffering or the karuna. That the karuna that help that person to overcome the suffering. Wish that person to because it's because in we have two part of the suffering in our life really in our being. One is suffering in normal day, in daily life, and suffering. Second one, suffering inside, mental concern.
Yeah.
So we have to help them. So
that's what I do, isn't it?
Yes,
my job.
Yeah. Well, what? Tell me a
People
little bit
are always
about your
coming to me with major problems either in their lives or in their heads, or both actually.
So what you're doing to help them in your?
Well, I mean, you can't do what I've been doing over the last 40 years without feeling compassion towards the people,
right?
Towards their difficulties. I mean, yeah, you could be saying sort of, well, I would never do that, and why have you let yourself get into this state, and pull your socks up and get out there and do something, solidly. But it doesn't work. It's not real. That isn't. What's real is you have to understand the world from the other person's point of view.
Right.
Put your feet in their shoes and see how they feel. Look at what they're looking at, and when you can do that automatically, what happens is you can feel their emotional upset over it, and then really you can sort of see how they feel and what they need in the way of help.
Okay.
And then give it them. Well, let's pick something easy, something that's happened here in this temple. Ladies coming here with children.
Right.
Ladies that have been kicked out of their houses by men, their so-called husbands, and been reported to the Home Office for not having the right visa. And oh goodness knows what has happened to these ladies with children. Well, what do we do? Oh, well, it's really, really sorry for you. We can't help you. Pop on out.
In the real,
well, the reality is we do everything in our power
support,
to help those people.
Yes.
And overcome whatever it was that the problem was. And you don't do that because it's a duty.
No. You
don't do that because you're told to or anything else. You do that because you feel compassion for the person's predicament, the person's difficulty.
Yes.
And the way that the children look at you and look at the mum and whatever, and it's you feel for them. So when you're feeling for them, you do your best for them.
You're right.
Later,
well,
that simple thing, that is.
Well, as a father, as the leader, as the boss, if you like.
Yeah. I like calling you the boss.
No, working for the people.
Yes.
Or the airport, for example.
Yes.
We should have compassion because somebody may be experiencing a suffering in their life.
Yes.
So that the way invest compassion or karuna to the people there is not only feel sad for them or sorry for them, but you should be able to help to do something. So sorry is not enough.
Saying sorry is definitely not enough. I mean, it doesn't happen just here. We're talking about at the moment. It can happen with people coming with difficulties. I don't know, anything from a breakup in the family to financial difficulties to mental difficulties. Well, you have to feel for them and come to understand the way that they are in their lives, and then help them. Here we help them.
Yes,
whatever it might be.
It's true. Yeah, we got 2 or 3 people here. We got Owen from Manchester is here, and we got Kun Yavarak here. Say hello, Kun Nok Garrett from, and also Kun Kriang, Ro, and we also got Kun Arisena say here. Is compassion mean one mind would like, you have to be happy.
Perfectly good.
Yes.
Perfectly good.
Yes, but that is the understanding about the Dhamma and now the meaning of compassion.
Right. That's
but
what I'm saying.
in the reality, what is that? if you feel sorry for the people, if you can help them,
Well, feeling sorry is the beginning of a process
that's
of
right.
helping.
You have to
You've got to feel. I don't know whether sorry
you
is a
ha-
good word, but you've got to feel for the
feel
people.
not only sorry. I mean, you know, when someone are in danger, someone are in difficulty in their life, like you just mentioned about the family or the lady being sacked, you know, throw away from her home,
That's just
and
one
then
of many.
that
No.
you know, I've been here for quite many years now. I think I been supporting this. I mean, quite a number of these people who have difficulty come to the temple from time to time to uh, looking for someone to support or help. That is normal for us. Why normal? Because we are Buddhist monk, and here we open our temple for benefit of the people. Visit I am thinking or start the temple since in Birmingham up to now. This is our work. We would like to help the people. You see, not only Thai, English as well. From time to time,
Oh
maybe
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And also we have to show this kind of compassion. You mean it. You have to put it in practice, not just you understand what is the meaning of the the compassion.
Yeah.
You have to put that kind of compassion, karuna, to them
Mhm.
in practice. So to put in practice, you have to show how you feel, yeah,
You can't ignore them.
and how you do,
Mm.
and how it could be done for
Again,
them. Yeah,
Again, it's one of the reasons why I became Buddhist when I came to understand the Dhamma.
yeah,
You know, I think of a lady a couple of Christmases ago.
right.
Now, look, I deal with. Sometimes you complain at me because I've got this phone call from someone outside the temple, and I disappear to go off and help somebody.
Yes, well, I understand that
But
because
it happens all the time.
I did realize that you're more or less the same as me to
Yeah,
deal with the Thai
in a
people.
different
Yeah, in
way.
different way because you used to be what you call is it not uh, what you call not social the what you call yourself it's the psychiatrist
Psychologist, not a
psychologist, yeah.
psychiatrist.
uh
Yeah, but that's not just that's not.
we got the one monk from America. It's
Oh, yeah.
very good.
Hello,
From
hello.
วัดพุทธปัญญา I think อาจารย์มหามหาจัญญา is อาจารย์ปัญญา มหาจัญญา Dr. จัญญา Here good to see you talking about compassion to all human being and sentient beings. Yeah, that is very good that you say that. Yeah, he said let that is very good. You see, he said let compassion to be real. You see that what I feel. You see, you just talk. If you talk only, it doesn't work. You have to put it in practice, isn't it? Yeah,
Absolutely.
and that is very good.
Yeah.
So ท่านดรจันยา from America, from วัดพุทธปัญญา in California. I don't know what exactly. I have been there. I cannot remember. I know that in LA in LA area. Yeah. He said, yes, I am พระมหาปัญญา Yes, see, that's it.
Yes,
Mahachanya, Mahachanya. It's very good. He one of the you know, I admire him a lot. When he came here to Amaravati temple and give a talk in English, yeah, and he said to be able to talk, and he should be able to copy some saying very good or speech very good, and speech is very good. He's like beautiful, yeah, beautiful talk, and then very nice, you know. And then when they ring the bell, yeah, ping, after chanting, he said it's very good because I recite only that part.
I see.
I
I
cannot
thought
go
it woke
anywhere.
you up so you could go
No,
home.
no, he cannot go any further. He said, thank you very much. Yeah, what is the name? Pomona, Ponoma, Pomona,
That's it, Pomona.
Pomona, yeah. Thank you, ท่านมหาจันดรจัญญา
Somewhere I haven't been. I
I've been
might have
there.
driven through, but I can't remember it.
Anyhow, so that is talk about metta. Metta, you can see the people in the metta and kindness and show your appearance of your face very nice.
They go together like two fingers.
Yes.
You know, you can't separate them really.
Oh, really? Why?
Well, I mean, having compassion for people,
Yeah,
and showing your loving kindness,
yeah,
your wish to treat them as you would like to be treated, They go together like two peas in a pod. You can't separate them.
Okay,
As
have
far
to
as
come
I can see.
together. Yeah,
Yes,
have
they
to
are
come
together.
together.
In fact,
Okay.
all four of these things go together
Well,
to make up a whole.
if you think metta, loving kindness, and karuna, compassion work together,
Yes.
and then if somebody asks you, yeah, asks you, um, well, Panyavajiro, the question, what is the meaning of metta? What is the meaning of karuna? And they may further to what is the meaning of mudita? Yeah, mudita, the third one. That I like you to explain what exactly mudita. You see, when you have metta, loving kindness, yeah, karuna, compassion, and now you have to look at mudita. What is mudita in English word? It's quite strange word.
It's that is, that's
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
see,
Yeah.
mudita in the Thai language, it means joy. Yeah, but what exactly joy here in your opinion? Joy.
Look, this is why I said all four fit together.
Yes.
It's empathic joy. That's
Oh
a
yeah, empathic
dreadful
joy.
thing to say, but
Really?
it's actually when you're an empath,
Yes,
you are able to feel the other person's feelings,
I see.
and you understand them because you yeah, you put your, I keep on saying that phrase about putting your feet in the other person's shoes. What you're doing is you're looking at the world from their point of view,
Mm-hmm.
and when they're successful,
Mm.
you are happy
Right,
for their success
right.
always.
Okay.
You know, you can
Well,
I mean, whether you yourself have the sort of input to help them, or
right,
whether they find a way round for themselves, it doesn't matter. The fact is that you can feel a great deal of pleasure at their success, not just your own, but their success. So it
right.
goes against everything you're taught from almost day one. Why do you think I went to school? Because the worst thing to do is to set child against child.
Right.
That's the first thing they do.
I see.
How many marks have you got? How many marks have you got? Oh, you're better than her, and he's better
Yes.
than. Yeah,
So
you
so
know,
there is no
it's
mudita. And if somebody got
no, because if this other little person wins, everyone is jealous
oh, I see.
and angry or whatever. You know,
Right,
it's
right.
the
Okay.
worst thing you can do to children. That is
Well,
worst thing you
well,
can do.
you see, if it is mudita in the Thai words or joy, it's like something like a in the Thai monks when the Thai monk got the title, we show our appreciation or joy, and we said go to mudita to pay respect to that person. Yeah, because mudita means joy, especially sympathetic or victorious joy, which
Okay?
is that pleasure
At
that
the other
come
person's accomplishment.
that come to
Yeah,
from the delighting
that's what
of
I just
in
said.
the other people well-being.
Yeah,
When they are well-being, normally the people they can't bear.
that's right.
When they can't bear, when you are in suffer or sometimes waiting for you. Oh, I like to see
Some people would
suffer.
love to see you fail.
Oh, really?
Oh yes, oh really, oh really, really.
Why they not
Because
like
it
to
gives
help?
them pleasure at your failure. It makes them feel better.
Oh,
It's a horrible thing to say,
no,
but it's
no,
true.
they should and you should happy.
Well, not when you're taught to
Oh, I
compete
see.
against everybody
Oh, you
else.
see, that's very good.
No.
And ท่านพระมหาจัญญา said that he said, okay, we just saw about sympathetic and also gladness. Is it? Use the word gladness.
Gladness,
That is
yeah,
very
well,
good. Yeah,
gladness, pleasure
I'm
at the
glad
other
that you
person's
success.
achievements,
Yeah.
successes.
You show yourself. It's very good. Yeah, and then he very happy to say we should loving kindness show by smiling as you are.
Don't, we're always doing this. Happiness is good.
Well, we look at the world, yeah,
Yeah.
in different way. And then when Panyavajiro here is that how long you been here now? A year.
as
as
a
a monk.
monkey.
Yeah, as a monk. Yeah,
Yeah.
And then it's very good.ท่านดร. Chanya, yeah, you know, Panyavajiro, he was working among so many people in his area. How many hundred people and the children, whatever. I mean, you help the people who are in need at the time when you were young. I mean, when you were as your career. What you
Well, it
doing?
was more than that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
You know, I used to, well, let's go,
yeah.
foster
So,
children
yeah,
with my wife
that
all the
is your
time,
that
and
is
look
your
after
work. Yeah,
ones that were in the worst trouble.
yeah.
I used to send them the most damaged little perishers to me because of my job. The more damaged the child, the more likely I am to have had it.
I like to say, well, the traditional of this kind of the state mind state is the attitude of the parent observing the growing their children, yeah, growing and success. That the normal mudita, and you have your children, you have two sons, and your two sons success in their life, you're very happy. Yeah, mudita should not be, yeah, confused with pride. You
It's
know,
the opposite.
the opposite, yeah.
It's the
As the
opposite,
person
right?
feeling mudita may not have any benefit
But
or direct income from the other person. You know, when someone who on behalf of the country went to somewhere and success like a hero, yeah, won the world prize, won the all of this, and you feel very happy for them. You don't know them personally,
no,
but that is mudita,
yeah, well,
joy.
that is joy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, unfortunately,
I mean,
this
for
person that's made this wonderful success of their lives, a celebrity, a special athlete, someone who's done something, a billionaire,
yeah,
someone who's done something outrageously good, you're not in competition with that person because you know in your heart you
right.
could never do it.
Okay.
So you do feel a joy when your hero becomes the top person.
Right.
There's no doubt about that, but it's not quite the same on an everyday basis.
Right.
You know you can't be the best footballer in the world who's just scored goodness knows what.
Okay.
You know you can't be the best tennis player
Okay.
or whatever. So you're not in competition with that person.
No.
But the moment that you're on a level with other people,
The same level.
you're in competition with them.
I see.
The same or just above or even below you.
I see.
You know, you're competing against these people because that's what you've been taught to do.
Right.
It's not because that's normal human nature, as people seem to think it is. It is not. It's because you've been taught from early age to compete against your fellow pupils and at work every time. Wherever you go, you're in competition. Except you're not in competition with the billionaire boss because there's no way you're ever going to get there.
Could Arisena say something here? What you say?
I think we're obliged to congratulate and happy for them, obliged is a good word there.
Right.
Yeah, because you can't compete with those people. You really know you can't. And anyway, if you start saying bad things about those people, other people will criticize you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they just will, because everybody, it's the national hero of whatever. Okay. So you are obliged to think good things about those people. But as I said, there is a difference between the people who achieve so highly, the likes of you and I can't get there. You're not competing with them ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is there here?
It is right talking about sympathetic you.
Mm. That's very good.
Well, sometimes, I mean, you know, there's
that his statement. You know,
yeah, okay. Okay.
Otherwise, well, we were number, but
if I've had to do something harsh,
yeah,
then you ask that person whether I'm sympathetic or not. Then the sympathy goes out of the window from the other person's point of view.
Right.
But it's always for the best.
Mm.
The other person might not think that I'm doing things for the best.
Right.
But I try to do things for the best.
Okay.
Especially when I'm in charge, I do things for the betterment of everyone. And if the odd person doesn't agree and wants to sort of fight about it, I can be pretty harsh.
Okay.
And however, someone comes along and tells me how to do it properly,
Right.
and I change
Okay.
instantly. Bang! Oh, this person knows more than I do. Bang! You know. So you've got to sort of take it as it comes.
Well,
But
understand that.
the truth is, though, that with people, I mean, with your children, it's not quite the same as what I'm talking about. I mean, it's much easier to be compassionate towards the children because, again, you're not in competition with them.
Yes, but don't forget the children themselves
They're in
fighting
competition with each
between
other.
yes,
That's
sometimes they feel
what I don't like.
father, or their mother like you more than me, and don't give
All
me
that sort of
jealousy
thing.
between them. So the idea
That should be taught out
yeah,
of you,
that's
not
right.
taught into you.
Right. Okay. Okay. And that is very good. And I think we should show, we have to put everything in practice. In the metta, you have to show you what is metta mean. And not only just say, have to do it.
Yes,
And
yeah.
when karuna, compassion, you have to show karuna, not just say the word, but put it in practice
You have to.
in your daily life. And then I see many monks in my journey in throughout the journey since I was young up to the present time. I can see some senior monks is very full of love, kindness, and compassion. When they say, "Okay, novice," and then I remember when I was young, you don't have much to, when in Thailand we have milk, condensed milk, and then we have condensed milk, we have the Ovaltine, and then Ovaltine and Milo and any kind of coffee. I not drink coffee myself, but then they say novice, when because it's a monk, and then this is the milk, contain milk, the Ovaltine and Milo, whatever for you. They said, hey, keep that from time to time, keep to me, because they know that he knows for well that maybe I, as a novice, don't have that kind of the support from anybody.
Yeah.
When that kind of person who give to you, they show their kindness and compassion by action, and then you never forget that. I know that when that kind of and when you see you, they see very happy to see you. Oh, come here, novice, come here, do that. So that kind of the action, the attitude, action that they come toward to you, you feel very comfortable. You feel that that person can protect you and feel help you. That is my personal.
Well, don't you think
feeling,
I've
yeah?
experienced that since I've been coming here? So 10, 11 years.
Yeah.
You see that the monks have always shown those sorts of qualities.
Yes.
Yeah, there are certain senior monks that can be quite sharp.
Oh yes.
Very sharp indeed. But again, I'm just saying it.
Right.
That it's done with the
With
best of
kindness.
intentions.
Yes.
With
Sometimes
kindness.
you
you don't think it's kind when you've just been shot off.
No. They're kind in somehow.
Yeah.
They should be able to teach you. Put you in the right track. Otherwise, if they're not strict, you can be easy going and very soft.
Absolutely right.
Soท่านมหาจัญญา in America again, he asked what time is it here? Time here is according to according to 10 to 8. Okay, nearly 10 to 8. Okay, and also he said loving kindness, laughing, living, laughing, and loving bring happiness.
Absolutely
it's very good.
Right.
Yeah, it's very good. Oh, we're not finished yet. The last one. Somebody asked a question.
Okay.
The question. This is maybe you need more time to talk about. Next one is this one is the idea. I like to talk. I like you to talk. Is upekha. Yeah, upekha.
Equanimity.
And what is English word? This word is what you say? Equanimity.
Equanimity.
Yes. So what exactly
upekha knows what that means?
in your explanation, because it's not that easy, isn't it, Panyavajiro?
No, this has happened today.
Really?
Yes. This has happened today.
Yeah.
Yeah. It means, again, they all go together.
Yes.
So you've got the loving kindness.
Yes.
You've got the compassion.
Right.
And you've got sympathetic joy.
Right.
and you've got equanimity.
Equanimity.
Yeah,
That is very difficult to remember.
I know.
Yes, I know that.
But
Metta, Karuna, Metta, Mekha, and they go.
well, you,
Oh
they
dear.
all fit together, and they're
Yeah.
all being in action together. A bit like the Noble Eightfold Path.
Yes.
They all work together
Yeah.
constantly.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all working together all the time, and along with the precepts, they're working together all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not that they're all bonded together.
Yes.
And so when you talk about equanimity,
Right.
you're talking about having sympathetic joy, enjoying someone else's success. One of your
What is
monks
next? Yes,
said to me today.
What is that? Which
And
monk?
look, I'm not going to tell you,
What
and
is
I'm
it?
not even going to say what it was about. But
Oh really?
there's a young chap here
Right.
who's learning, and this monk said to me that so and so was learning more quickly than he did, and he's going to be better than me. And isn't that good? Isn't that great? And I thought immediately, that's like a father. A father shouldn't compete with his children,
No,
and they
that's
become
right.
sort of semi-adult.
Mm.
Should be helping them being better than
Right.
you are, much better than you.
Yes,
Because
that is very good. If you see somebody like student or brother or any brother brother monks, you see when we are like you are in a family, the same family, and if you see like your father, if your children, your son, and then manage to go further than you, we call Apishatabut, the person who have more success than father. That is very good.
Which
That's
is what
very
the father
good.
should want.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
you want your
yeah.
children to be better than you.
You can't control the children. You have listen to me.
You can only
Yeah.
give them help.
Yeah. I think that's
Gentle
very
kick
good.
every
Yeah.
now and then in the
Yeah.
right direction. You know,
So
but it's a fact.
that ubekha is ubekha. Can you explain briefly why ubekha in your understanding exactly how it works in society that yourself? Because in Buddhism we call the Buddhist concept of ubekha as one of the Brahmavihara virtue of the it is one of the wholesome kusala the mental factors
Yeah.
and then another word cetasika. This is very good intention cultivate on the Buddhist path. So if you have ubekha through the practice, and then you can go further. Why? To go further to the jhana. Because you feel calm, feel quiet, feel comfortable. You just let things go by itself, and you feel that is my understanding of the ubekha. And in your practice, in your society, what exactly
When you
can
feel
be,
good about yourself and the
Yeah.
other people in your social groups,
Mm,
like a family, if you all feel good about each other,
right,
and the person in charge, the parent in charge is always got the idea that the children are going to be the best they can be, and hopefully better than you.
right,
You know, I used to work with people from India,
right,
and they were the poorest of the poor when they came here,
right,
and they would work and work and work, and sometimes in the most difficult of circumstances.
right,
And there used to be a talk about the corner shop, the man in the Indian corner shop, never closed. They're always open for business. It didn't matter how little they were earning, they always were there going on, having a go. And the Indian people, children, can see their parents working like that and know what it's like not to have things.
right,
And they worked very, very hard indeed at school to become educated and be better, get out of that situation that their family was in originally. But they stick together so well. They show the film of the weddings
right.
to their children constantly,
Oh,
so that the children know their mum and dad when they were getting married. They
yeah,
know their uncles, aunts, nieces, blah blah blah, cousins, and everything else, because they could see them in the film, and they could see them all enjoying themselves and all wishing the best for their parents. And this is something that happens all the time in Indian families.
Yes, even in this country.
Well,
they do
yes,
that. Yeah, yeah.
I've only experienced that
Yes.
depth of understanding of the people in this country. And what's
Mm.
happened? Mum and dad came out of poverty.
Right.
Children were educated properly and became professionals mostly,
Right.
engineers, doctors, physicists, goodness knows what. Yeah,
Mm.
the children grow and they, because of the close bond, the parents are brought along with them. They buy nice houses and whatever. They bring the parents with them. They look after their parents
Okay.
when in their old age.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next set of children, they can see what's going on in the family, and they also achieve. Yeah, so it's a really sort of good way of bringing the family from the lower levels up into higher and higher levels. It's a
Right.
really good way, and it's because they have this feeling for each other. They treat each other properly. If the children don't treat each other properly, they can be punished for it.
Okay.
And so instead of it being grown and made more and more, it's lessened and lessened. So the children grow up knowing their place in the family and enjoying each other's company. Big brother looks after little brother. I have one family where big brother looked after little brother from the day he was born. In fact, big brother was as good as little brother's father.
I see. Wow,
Literally,
that is
literally.
our culture like that too.
Yes,
Yeah.
well, it happens,
Yeah.
and I mean, what a wonderful thing to happen. And you
That
keep
is
on
the
trying.
family concept of the
You're
Pramavihara is
showing
very good.
all of those four
Yeah.
qualities
Yeah.
to your brother, your sister.
Yes. Okay.
It goes on all the time. So the family becomes very successful. Take it out of the family now and put it into society.
Right.
Society, we're much better placed
Mm-hmm.
if we looked after each other,
Right.
if we felt good towards each other, if we looked on other people's difficulties with compassion,
Right.
understood the other people's difficulties or tried to, and help people through it much better. You can learn that from an early age, but the opposite is taught always. Do you want
Okay.
another story?
Well, well,
Do you want me to go?
the lady say, okay, you have the equality in what you hear. Yeah,
Yes.
that's very good. And also, Kunit say, if everyone have the metta, loving kindness, really will uh, peaceful, no war.
Well, that's
But really,
real, and
it's
then,
not.
but
Yeah,
in reality, it's not.
No.
It's not because it's taught into you.
Yes.
In fact, it's forced upon you
Yeah.
from day one. How many marks have you got? Oh, he's got more. She's got more than you.
Okay.
Not good. Not
Right.
good.
Mm.
Not good at all.
Well, I think what we discussed today is cover the area of the Brahma Vihara.
Yeah.
That is very good.
Good.
I personally look at the way in which we learn from loving kindness, compassion, yeah, of the four Brahmavihara. It is very uh, it is very good. The person who have loving kindness, who show their love, their kind with either conditional love or unconditional love. It doesn't matter because love comes first, and after that compassion, karuna turn to be, and then after that, when the people their success in your career and their career and you show your empathetic joy,
Yeah.
and then the last part in Buddhist understanding as well, equanimity, ubekha in our our tradition of what they understand, and sometimes you have to be more or less the judge. The judge is not go take one way or the other. Sometimes you look at the people, they're good or bad, entirely up to them, because everybody have to be born in this world, and sometimes we have to let go, and let don't don't bring anything that can disturb your mind to disturb yourself because of the other people. Either they talk or they they talk about you or they do something about you, whatever, because their own karma, you see. So sometimes you have to let it go as it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Sometimes the people like to talk badly about the people. Some little thing, yeah, tiny thing. You let go and then don't really bring it to 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 make adjustment to make you feel suffer. And let go, just break free. So in the Dhamma in Buddhism, we call this the Dhamma of the leader, the Dhamma of the family, the father, mother, Dhamma, to look after the children, or the boss look after the community. Even the head monk have to look after the temple.
The
Yeah,
6
yeah.
directions,
So all
paying
of this,
respect.
yeah. So we have to show our whatever the kindness. Kindness is the feeling, good feeling toward the other people, and also you have to be kind, to be calm, to be kind,
And it
to make
starts off with
everything. Yeah,
respect.
yeah. And
Yeah.
after that, the people they see
It starts off
equality in
with
you.
respecting each
That
other.
is
It
my
does.
my suggestion.
You said something
Yeah,
earlier about conditional and unconditional love.
that's right.
That's the competition.
Yes.
I'll love you more if you win this. Yeah, I'll love you less if you don't win this.
Okay.
Conditional love.
Okay.
You know, it's the competition again. It's going back to the thing I said about the classroom where you learn to compete against your fellow students.
Okay.
No.
Now, Kun Yamalak say thank you so much. I have learned and enjoy listening to both of you. กราบนมัสการมนตนาสาธุ
Thank you.
Okay. Be well. คุณยุนพิษนะ and then คุณยาวลักษณ์ออกเกอร์ thank you. Now พันเตปัญญาวชิโร is the time for us to say goodbye. Now it's 9 o'clock. Thank you very much for watching the program. Thank you very much for being with us. And tomorrow I won't be here because I go to London. Yeah.
We have some peace.
No, normally Sunday. I won't be able to talk. That's why I talk instead of Thai. Kun Somchai come to say hello as well. Thank you. So it's very good now. So may all of you be happy, be free from suffering, be free from hatred, from hurtfulness, from troubles of body and mind. Be able to protect your own happiness. Well, whatever you do, wherever you go, stay healthy. อภิวาทนาสีลิสนิจจังวุฒาปจายโนจัตตารุธรรมาวัฏันติอายุวันโนสุขังพระลัง Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye bye.